thank you so much for joining me today at Everyday Yoga. My name is Christine, and I believe everybody should be doing yoga every day. It has been so good for me, and I just want to share that with you. And today I want to share how you can use any old wall in your house to support your yoga practice. So if you have issues with balance or maybe vertigo or something like that, this could be a really great place to practice your mountain pose. So mountain pose, we're just pressing the feet into the floor, making sure the toes are pressed in and the heels. The knees are gently bent just a little bit so that they're not locked. The hip bones here can kind of be pointed up towards the sky so that the tailbone is nice and long and the lower back is safe. We'll inhale the heart up towards the sky to keep the chest open so the blood can flow and the lungs can breathe. And then we'll draw those shoulder blades down our backs as if we were trying to tuck them into our back pockets. Open up your arms to the front so that the palms are open, and then gently tuck that chin just a little bit to keep the back of the neck long, keeping the spine safe. And then let's just take a moment here to breathe. Let's inhale into the belly and exhale, letting all the air go. Inhale into the belly and into the chest, and exhale, chest softens, belly comes gently towards the spine. And let's just keep that nice, gentle breath as we practice today. Let's inhale, drawing the crown up towards the sky as if we had a string pulling the top of our head up towards the sky. And as you exhale, think strings at the bottom of your feet grounding you down into the earth. Let's inhale again, nice and tall. And as we exhale, let's just take the right ear to the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. We'll just do this a couple of times to warm up the neck. There are little muscles in the sides of the neck that aid you in nice full breaths. They're sort of connected to the movements of the diaphragm. And so in order to get those nice deep breaths, we want to make sure that the neck is nice and warmed up. And so the next time you come to the left will be the last time, and we'll inhale the crown of the head towards the sky, and then take the gaze out over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center, and then gaze out over the left shoulder, just from side to side here. Maybe keeping your eyes open to look around your space and where you are. Maybe closing the eyes so that you can really tap into the sensations of the neck. Maybe some sounds. One more time each side. And then we'll inhale back to center. And then we'll inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, bringing the palms together, and then let's slice the palms down towards the earth into this forward fold. And you might need to walk out from the wall just a little bit. And then using the fingertips, gently lower the knees to the floor. Cross the ankles underneath you, and let's scooch back towards the wall here. So if you're a beginner in yoga, and Sukhasana, or easy seated pose, which is basically cross-legged position, might be difficult for you. Or Siddhasana, where you draw one heel in towards the groin and then stack the second right in front. This can be really challenging for a beginner in yoga because we're really tapping into a lot of muscles that we don't use as grown-ups very much. So if you're seated here in this position for very long without any support, you might not be able to stay there very long. But if you've got the support of the wall, then you've got something here that could really aid your yoga practice or maybe your meditation practice. So again, as always, we're finding that mountain pose in every position we do. So the crown of the head is drawn towards the sky, the heart is lifted, Shoulder blades are drawn down the back. Maybe the elbows are a little bit heavy here. And we're just using this wall for support. And we can come and sit with our soles of the feet on the floor in front of us. And we can definitely stretch the back here against the wall as we press the soles of the feet into the earth. Maybe we can take the legs out long into this staff pose, Dandasana, drawing the toes up towards the sky. Maybe point the toes and flex them to get a little bit of movement there in the ankle. Maybe rotate them around in one direction and rotate them back into the other. And then inhale here, and as you exhale, bend the left leg and bring the outside of the left ankle to the top of the right thigh, just above the knee, not on the knee, because we don't want to hurt any knees here. We're still keeping this right foot active by pointing the toes up to the sky and flexing the foot. And we can stay right here in this nice little figure four stretch. Or if you want to go a little bit deeper, you could inhale here, and as you exhale, draw the belly towards the spine so you can tap into those core muscles and start to bring the heel of the foot a little closer to you. And you can really notice the stretch here in the outer left thigh. You can draw that knee in as close to you as feels good. Maybe you can press the toes out towards the floor to get a nice little stretch across the shin. And when you've had enough here, just send the leg out long. Bring the left leg alongside it. Maybe give the legs a little bit of a shake. And then let's bring the outside of the right ankle to the top of the left thigh. Getting that nice little figure four stretch here. Again, using the support of that wall behind us to keep mindful of that nice long spine and that nice long neck. And again, if you want a little more, just maybe take the fingertips out to the sides to give you a little bit of aid as you draw that left ankle, that left heel in towards you. Getting that nice little stretch here on the outside of the right thigh. And when you've had enough here, take both legs out long, give them a little bit of a shake, and then let's turn one side or the other, doesn't matter which, towards the wall. Soles of the feet are on the floor or the mat in front of you, and the knees are bent and pointed up at the sky. And then just using your fingertips or your palms behind you, gently begin to bring the back towards the floor, scooching yourself forward as necessary so that you can swing your legs up the wall. This is just legs up the wall pose. It's a wonderful restorative pose, especially if you're on your feet all day. Just coming to the space and letting yourself relax and rest here, letting the blood flow from the feet down towards the brain, letting the lymphatic system reset here. Just 5 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds even can make a huge difference at the end of your day. So there are a lot of things we can do in this position. We can open the legs up into a nice V shape and get a nice stretch along the inner thighs here. Staying in each position for as long as time allows, or at least a full breath or two. You could draw the sole of one foot in towards the inner thigh of the other. Get a nice little stretch here. And then, of course, we want to switch sides to always balance everything out. We could even bring the soles of the feet together here in this nice little butterfly pose. You can inhale and press the toes together, press the soles together, and as you exhale, maybe open the feet up kind of like a book. You can use your hands here to support the knees, or maybe press the thighs away to get a bigger stretch in the hips. You can also bring the soles of the feet back to the wall, and using your triceps, the back of your arms and your back, sort of scoot yourself away from the wall and get that number 4 stretch here. So you can bring the outside of the left ankle to the top of the right knee and get that figure 4 stretch here. You can press this left thigh away from you with the left hand. If you want a deeper stretch, just scoot yourself into the wall a little bit closer, and you can really draw that right thigh in closer to the torso from here. This is probably closer than I could come without the support of a wall, for sure, actually, now that I think of it. And just stay here and breathe. Notice what you feel in your left leg. Notice the support of your mat underneath your back. And when you're ready, you can release and switch sides. You can extend that left leg here and bring the outside of the right ankle to the top of the left thigh, just above the knee. And then slowly begin to bring the left sole of the foot to the wall, and use your hands to help you adjust here. And go as deep as you can, as deep as you like, as deep as feels good. Always remembering to breathe down into the belly, filling up the lungs. Letting your body be supported. Breathing here. And when you're ready to release, you can bring the soles of the feet back to the wall and gently bring the knees in towards your nose and come into this nice little ball. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side, finding a little yogi massage here. And then bring the back of the head back to the mat and gently roll to one side or the other. Maybe bring your hand, your arm underneath the side of your head for a little bit of support as you just hold yourself in this nice little fetal position. Take a nice big breath here, filling the lungs with air. And exhale, letting it all go. And when you're ready to come out, just inhale, using your hands to press yourself up into your nice tall seat. Take your legs out long in front of you. And I want to leave you on the floor here, although certainly you could stay here as long as you want, but to safely come up from the floor, let's go ahead and bend the legs in one direction or the other. Using our hands, let's walk the hands out in front of us and come up onto our toes in this kind of a low squat. And you could even scoot your little toes back towards the wall so that you can use your strength along with the support to bring yourself up back to a standing position. So with the fingertips on the floor in front of you, we're just going to begin to straighten the legs, coming into this nice forward fold. Maybe grasping the elbows and just letting the weight of the head go. Tractioning a little bit of length in the spine and in the neck. And then switch your clasp so that it feels a little weird and a little awkward, but we're just balancing out the sides of our bodies here. Take a nice big breath, expanding the skin of the back, and exhale just to release and let the hands go. And then as you continue to breathe, let's just roll one vertebrae at a time to a nice standing position. And back to your nice big mountain pose, taking up space on your wall. And for the last time, inhale the arms up and overhead, bringing the palms together. Let's exhale, hands to heart, pressing the sternum to the thumbs. Inhale again here, drawing the crown of the head towards the sky. And as you exhale, press those feet into the earth. And this is where we tilt the chin gently and say, Namaste.